Welcome to the Explainer. So, if you spend, more than 5 minutes trying to buy something online recently, you absolutely know the feeling. The universal exhaustion of navigating a totally broken internet. Just endless search results, digging around for just one genuine recommendation that wasn't spit out by a machine. Well, today we're diving into a really fascinating antidote to all of that. It's called the Daily Picks Network, and they've got this bold promise to prioritize human curation over computation. Let's jump right in.
Seriously, ask yourself, why are product reviews so completely broken right now? Aren't you just tired of hitting an absolute wall of SEO-stuffed listicles? Or that trending now engagement bait? It's just algorithm-driven spam when all you really want is a simple recommendation for, I don't know, a travel mug or a board game. Every single time we try to find the best of anything, we're bombarded by this fire hose of content. And it honestly feels like it was written to appease a search engine, right? Not to actually help a human being make a decision.
Okay, let's dive into this. We are constantly stuck in what you could call algorithm sludge. You know the stuff. The SEO listicles, the endless pay-to-play sponsorships where businesses literally just buy their way to the top of your feed. But the Daily Picks Network, they operate on a completely different set of rules. They call it the Picks Promise. Every single thing is picked by a human who actually looked at the options. It's daily fresh, meaning you get one single, well-considered thing worth your 2 minutes, rather than a 1,000-item feed to scroll through. There are no paywalls, no email walls, and absolutely $0 accepted for paid placement.
Section 1. The Daily Picks Network. 7 sites, 1 human promise. So the scope here is massive, yet it's kind of brilliant how specialized it is. You have Picks by Model, ranking AI models for specific use cases. Picks by Gift, curating items by recipient, so you completely skip the algorithmic gift soup. Then there's Picks by Game, which we're going to look at very closely in just a second. You've also got Picks by Property, tracking housing data across 195 US metros, Picks by Town, ranking local services without the pay-to-play nonsense, and Picks by Odds, aggregating prediction markets. Oh, and Picks by Recipe, a clean library of over 600 recipes where you actually just get the ingredients. No scrolling through a 2,000-word prologue about the author's childhood. It's a vast network, but the through line is always clarity and honest curation. All right, Section 2, Picks by Game, playing the context, not the genre.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how they completely throw out the traditional playbook. There's no top 50 board games of all time list here. No arbitrary genre flame wars. Instead, they use context-based browsing. They select and recommend games based on who is actually sitting at the table, how much time you have, and the vibe of the evening. Abandoning the standard static ranking list for actual human contexts, it literally changes everything about how you discover a game.
Instead of generic genres, you get these hyper-specific, beautifully human categories mapping out dozens of games. Date Night focuses on 2-player picks that feel like a shared evening, not some ruthless competition. Long Flight gives you tray table-friendly games with zero setup that play in 20 minutes. Holiday Gathering is specifically for that cousins-on-the-couch evening where the game needs to accommodate a big group and teach incredibly fast. And Family with Kids guarantees the game plays well with an 8-year-old without boring the adults to tears. It proves these games are picked for the actual real-world situations we all find ourselves in. Moving right along. Section 3. Top Picks in Action, the versatility of context. First up is Wingspan. Now, this is a gorgeous medium-weight engine-building game featuring some truly exquisite bird art. At $60, it's a bit of an investment, but the context here is that it perfectly balances casual play with enough depth to really reward you on repeat playthroughs. It handles 1 to 5 players and takes about 40 to 70 minutes. Basically, it's the perfect recommendation for a group looking for something light enough for a casual night, but deep enough that you'll definitely want to keep it in heavy rotation. Then we move to Azul. This is a pattern-laying tile game that comes in at $40. The context for this one is all about accessibility and visual appeal. I mean, it looks vibrant and beautiful on the table, but more importantly, it teaches in just 5 minutes. Playing in 30 to 45 minutes for 2 to 4 players, Picks by Game highlights this as the absolute ideal choice for a relaxed family game night. You know, when you have just half an hour to spare, but you still want a highly strategic experience. This brilliantly illustrates the human touch behind the whole network. As one of their editors noted, the true test of Azul's charm lies in its ability to make you want to play again, even after a tough loss. The editor specifically points out playing it multiple times and feeling that thrill of drawing the exact right tile. Every game they list has actually been played by someone on their side of the screen. No scrape scores from other websites, no automated aggregator lists. Just real, genuine human experience. To wrap up our game trio, we have Codenames. This is a $20 word association party game that fits an entirely different context. It plays in just 15 minutes and can handle anywhere from 2 to 8 or more players. The curated context here is maximum versatility. As they point out, it plays seamlessly with literally everyone, from your grandparents down to college kids. It just perfectly fits that fast, impromptu party context where you need to get everybody involved instantly.
Let's zoom out and see how this builds in Section 4, the Zero Paid Promise, Scaling Human Integrity. $0. Let me repeat that. $0. That is the strictest, most fundamental rule of the Daily Picks network. They accept $0 for paid placements or rankings, period. No local business can pay a fee to be ranked higher on Picks by Town. A board game publisher absolutely cannot buy their way to the top of Picks by Game. Even though sites like Picks by Game and Picks by Gift are funded by affiliate links, the curators make it explicitly clear. Picks are chosen strictly on merit, not on whoever offers the biggest commission payout. To maintain this kind of integrity across 7 vastly different industries, they apply 3 conceptual steps. They essentially adjust the tool to fit the task while keeping the human logic intact. Step 1 is direct human editorial. This is exactly what we just saw with games, gifts, and recipes, where editors personally vet a bearable dapper blanket or sit down and play Azul. Step 2 is live data tracking. So for sites like Property, Odds, and AI models, they use raw public APIs and data feeds to present the facts without any editorial spin. And step 3 is review-based vetting. For Picks by Town, they aggregate public review volume, rating, and tenure to rank local roofers and plumbers. This ensures the rank is fixed by actual data, not by a contractor's marketing budget. So, the crucial point here is that even when the network is dealing with massive, sweeping data sets, the focus remains purely on honest curation. Picks by Property leverages Zillow research to track value shifts and price cuts across 195 U.S. metros. Picks by Odds pulls live market data from Kelshi and Polymarket across 291 active contracts to find cross-venue arbitrages and volume movers. And Picks by Town sifts through public reviews across 59 cities to rank 18 different service categories. The scale is technological for sure, but the promise, transparency, accuracy, and zero pay-to-play bias is entirely human. Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. In an internet currently built to serve algorithms, search engines, and automated advertising feeds, what happens when we start building for humans again? The Daily Picks network shows us a glimpse of that reality. It proves that by prioritizing context, integrity, and genuine human experience, we don't have to settle for algorithmic sludge. We can actually find what we're looking for. I hope this sparked your curiosity to rethink how you discover products and information online. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.